Hello everybody, and in the second video of the series of the business intelligence and data visualization of this class, we're going to just introduce you guys about Tableau. Tableau will be one of the very powerful tool for for business intelligence, and we're going to go through to see how Tableau can be very useful and powerful to have it to visualize for some graph, dashboard. The outcome of this course, we try to just show you how you can very fluent and proficient in some tool of the business intelligence tool. So the agenda of today, we're going to talk about how we can connect the data into Tableau. Actually, Tableau have a lot of different data that we can read, scan, upload, and then just download into Tableau. We'll show you and understand how to navigate, how to have a quick review about what will be the interface of Tableau, what will be some function. We learn about creating some calculated field, because that in Tableau we do have some kinds of power, the same with what we're doing on Excel. So we can create some calculated field, just not by like the static field. We can add the color, add the label and format for your spreadsheet. Okay. Finally, you can do to export the worksheet into your PDF file or your like an image, or the same like you can copy them into a doc file or PDF file. Okay, so let's start with the original data. Over here I'm trying to just show you about the data as I have uploaded over here, so you going to just see it in the office supply file. And this will be a CSV file. Okay, this is a CSV file, it's not a spreadsheet. So with the CSV file, if you open it on, okay, you can see this one will be going to have some kinds of basic information about the transaction of the office supply. And you see about here, this will be the order day, the reason of the store, who be the sales representative, the item has been like sales units, number of the units of sales, and also like unit price. Okay, so you can easily see this one. Of course, you can do it and demonstrate all the thing and also do the data analysis and data visualization on Excel. But the today's session, we try to just explore it to open for the horizon in another tool at Tableau. Okay, so I'm trying to just close this one. Okay, and we're going to use Tableau. If you already has installed it in your computer, this should be available and you just open it on. Remember, here I provide for you the Tableau Desktop Professional Edition. So you will not have to link into the regular Tableau public, and the license has been provided for you for at least 1 year. That means you can save several of $100. Okay, and to connect the data into Tableau, this will be the original file, the original interface. Okay, so if you want just connect to that one, okay, you click on the data file you want to do with. So with here we have the CSV file. The CSV file actually is not a Microsoft Excel file, but that's a text file. Okay, so you go and just talk about we use the text file to import it on. Actually, you can also use other kinds of file, not just only the Excel file, but just JSON file, Microsoft Access file, even the PDF file, a statistical file like from SPSS file, data file, eView file. They should be also available. Also, you can also collect to the servers in case like you really have in your organization or in your company, you do have the kind of like MySQL or SQL Server or Oracle, or other kinds of like 100 of the other kinds of like database platform. You can also use it for to just connect to the data. Okay, so but anyway, like over here I just use the data files of like text file. All right, and with the text file over here with the module, you just have to allocate them into the place you place your data file. And here I have the office supply file. That's really what I really need for. So I'm opening it on, and with here, because that we only have a only single file only, right? So the file can be like input and just read it into Tableau very easy. In case you want to open for other file, you can do it at the same time. You can connect for, even you can add for more file, and then you connect with this one like database. Okay, if you remember about this principle of the database in the second module. So that should be the basic idea when we can link between the different files together with the tabulation and the relationship entity relationship. But anyway, like we go straight forward into this data file. Okay, so if you have already reached into this data file, you can see like this will be all the data that will be available, and you can take a look for reviews. So over here, this mention is like this will be 43 round or 43 observation in the data, and they automatically understand that the first round is for not the data but just the name of the variable. Okay, and let's take a look into this dot. Okay, so in the right side, in the left side, in the far left side of the data file variable name. Okay, you can see this will be the types of the variable. So here they understand that this will be the date. Okay, and you see like this right? The order date had the formats of date. When reason representative item, okay, they could be has represent like ABC, or they understand this one could be the string. Okay, and last one unit, and the units price. Okay, so they has been linked like this could be just the number. Okay, so you can use them like just a number because this could be like numerical variable. Okay, so with me, I don't have the problem. So I'm going to the worksheet. The same with the kind of like the spreadsheet you do on the Excel. You can create a different worksheet. So I'm going to go to the worksheet number 1. Okay, and this will be the basic interface of Tableau when you do it and do the analysis. For this one, you have a two sides. First of all, the dimension. Normally, most of the like categoricals or qualitative data, they will be put into the dimension of the graph. And measure, that means all the things, this will be the number, this will be the numerical data, this will put into the measure. It's pretty the same with what we have done with the pivot table, right? The thing will be like, we have to determine about what we have to put into the column, or what we have to go into put into the row, and what we have to use like the measures, that means the main data, the values of the Tableau. Okay, so after we already connect the data, now let's navigating the Tableau and see how will be some of the function and the basic data visualization behavior we can run on Tableau at first. So with this one, right, when you have the two different two different areas like dimension and also the measure, you understand that dimension would be you can understand like that will be the independent variable and the measure will be the dependent variable. So you see like, for example, I want to see about how it could be number of the units have been sold by the different representative or in the different region. Okay, that's because the region is quite small. So we can see like how many of them will be available, right? We can drop it, we can do it like drop in the same with if you do in the Excel file already. So we do like that. Okay, so I want to see about the reason. Okay, the reason, and I drop it here. You can see it here. They will be clarified about different unit reason: central, the east, and the west. Okay, so this will be how we can do it. Okay, so how we can do it for the reason. We can also create for some other kinds of stuff, like we can short the data, like from ascending or like descending, because that's here they could just say about like ascending. If I want to try change into descending from west, W go first, C go like further later. Okay, but I don't really have to care about this one, so not really important. If you put it into the middle of the sheet like that, they will be automatically just mentioned like yeah, that should be put into the row. The same if you change it into column. This will change all the thing into the column, like the horizontal data. Okay, and you put into the number. Let's go back into the row. Okay, second of all, I want to see about like number of the units have been sold in the east region, right? So I drop the measure, that should be the values over here, into the ABC plane. Okay. Alright, and you see, right? For example, in Central, that should be approximate 1,200 um, units have been sold. While in the other, like West, they will be in the number 3 because they make it very bad, just like 230 units sold. Okay, so you can see it over here. We put it the value, right? The values into the sum of all the units. Okay, the sum of all the units over here, and you can easily see it. All right. The other thing I want to just show you, if you change it, okay, would be like you can click on the show me. Okay, you can click on the show me. So instead of just the table defaultly, you can change the data into the different kinds of stuff. For example, over here, you can put it into the graph, right? This could be the another kind of graph, and let's see how we can change it and make it this one bigger or not. Okay, so you can create like the pie charts. Also, right way, you can change it and create for a bar chart. If you want to just feel like it's not so comfortable, you can small it, make it smaller. You can also extend it. Okay, you can go and extend it. Sorry, it's like this way. Yep, so you can make it like this way. Okay, and you can also change for the other kind of stuff, like into the column, the color, like for example, one more time, reason. I click on control and I copy it into color, so it can color for the different kinds of like legend. Okay, based on the different legends and different reasons to become the different color. So that will be the way I do. Sometime other beside of just the graph like that, you can also do like the bar chart, like also for like the area chart, especially like when you're not very feel like comfortable with this one. I recommend you guys to just try it, because this one is very convenient. Okay, so this is very convenient for the people never have an experience like create for all the area chart. You can also create for like this one, the what I say, the bubble chart. Okay, so all the things like that, this will look very good. Okay, the other some other kind of chart can be look a little bit weird with you and doesn't make sense, but this is just up to you, because it does pay on your preference and also your visualization ability to just choose for whatever you want to just do it. Okay, so the first part, I also want to just introduce you guys about what will be the other function. So over here with the data, okay, so original data, they will tell us like this will be the original data. And if you want to test one more time, want to see about the data, you don't have to go back into the data source, but you can right click onto the data, and you can view the data. So they will provide you a quick view of the data for you to see about what is going on and what will be the main data that's going to happen. Okay, and other thing, like if you go further, you can do for analytic, but let's just think about that later. Okay, you can also have the other tool, including like how you can do the data, like you add the new data sources, or you want to just make some adjustment for the worksheet, and you have to get create for the dashboard. We will be going to think about the dashboard later. Okay, about how you can tell the story, copy the image, export, import the data, and also finally you can do it like you do analysis, like the trend line, like the spectral thing that you go and just do it. You can also create for the map. You can change for the formats of the graph and also for the worksheet. Finally, this will be the other tool. Okay, so just remember that is available here, and you can go back and change it whenever you want. Okay, so now let's try to just do it a little bit different. With this one, I'm no longer want to just do with the analysis for the reason only, but I want to clear the sheet. So if you click on clear sheet, that's going to be totally clean. Okay, now my question could be like, I want to see about the performance of different self-representative among our color brand. Okay, so I want to see who are doing the best and who are doing the worst. So let's just try with that one, right? First of all, I drop for the representative into row maybe. But because of the row will be like there are too many of them here, I want to just put them into the column. So all the data will be represented horizontally. Okay, vertically, sorry. So the other thing would be I want to see about the units that each of them had been sold out, right? So if I put them like this, okay, that's making something wrong, but I keep put them into the row. So you can see like the representative, we see how all the thing has been cleared and have been sold by the different people, right? Just sort by the alphabet. Now from Alex into Thomas. So we have about like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 11 different guys. Unfortunately, if I just try to just make the comparison between like Richard right here doing the best one, but however, because they have the different background, the different background mean here, they can sell in a different region, right? And you cannot compare between the central, the west, and the north, or the kind of like the east with the same way, because different reason, different geography condition. That's mean different condition for sale, right? So I want to just clarify them all and separate them by the reason. So one more time, I drop the reason into the different place. Okay, this is the problem. So if I put the reason into the graph like this way, right? You will see like central, west, central, west. All the people over here, like the name of the representative, go first, and then they tell us about the information of the reason. So it's not a good way to just demonstrate the thing. I want that all the thing be separated by the reason first, and then the name of the representative later. Okay. So with the two layer, I change for the place. So I'm put them the representative later and the reason go first. Now you see, right? Central, that will be all of the 6 different cell representative. The same with the east, like 3, and the west have a 2 guy. And the representative will be put into the different reason, and that's so by the sum of the all the units. If you feel like the units like this way is still a little bit different, difficult for you to just see how the people are doing, so we can short the thing. All right. For example, I short all the thing based on the units. So I click on this button, like shorting the thing, and you can see it like here, right? All the thing has been represented in the different area. Okay, and we see like in the region central, Alex is doing the best. Okay, while Smith is not too good. Compare in the east side, you see like Richard will be the best one, while Nick is not doing well, and for vice versa for the west. Okay, however, even when we use here like the sum of the units for each representative to be like the measure about the performance of each representative, right? It's not really so correct. You see like it's something wrong, right? Because if we just count all the things based on the unit, like the volume of you sell, it's not correct. Normally about KPI and performance, the people reply more on revenues or the sales revenues, right? The total dollar values that each representative can do it. So it not make sense, right? Because over here for each of the record about the over the color the cell, we had the unit number of unit cell, but we had different units, different color item. For example, like pen set, they had the units right quite low, just like 4.99, when blinder even lower. However, for something like desk, right, you can just sell like a few units, but however the value of each of that is very high. So yeah, it looks like over here, if I base this on totally on the units, the number of the units sold, it's not correct. So I'm going to think about creating a calculated field. So here I'm thinking about creating something like called sales or like revenues, right, in dollar sign. So I'm thinking about creating something like that. How we gonna do it? So instead of using units, I'm going to just create for one thing new in the measure area. So you right click and you can see like create the calculated field. Over here, first of all, you have to name it. Okay, so I will say could be like revenues, whatever it would be. Okay, and here this will be the in another side you can make a calculation. So first of all, you open for the parenthesis and you say like unit price, right? If you put in like this the correct name of the variable, this will be automatically appear. So I say like unit price, right? And I time it with what unit number, right? So that's correct, right? Revenue equal to the price time for the quantity sold, and I say okay. So now we have the representative. Sorry about the revenues, and if you click on the view, okay, so you see like revenue become the first one. You can change for the place of this one to the revenues. I want to just show them, okay. But anyway, like you have the new column that's gonna be the multiply of the unit price and also for the revenues. Okay, so it should not be like this way for the sum of the unit anymore. I remove it and I put revenue into the route. Okay, as all the thing has been changed into the revenue. Sort all the thing on revenues, and now the thing has been changed a lot, right? It's no longer Alex, but now Matthew will be the one who are doing the best in the central, and it's not Richard, but Susan will be the best doing on the east. Okay, so you can easily see that it's totally different now. Okay, so we're done with the how we can create for new calculated field, right? You see it's quite a straightforward, the same with what we do on Excel. And now we try to add color to make the thing be decorated, right? You want just about the effect of visualization. You must be very careful and very notice about the effect of coloring, okay? So when you put in the right colors, you make all the thing will be very good, okay? For example, with the chart, right, you feel like all the thing was put into blue, and blue will be the kind of default colors on Tableau. However, you can change it by click on the colors, and you can change and choose whatever you want. Like this could be the color, if you want it's just blue, or if you want to be grays, if you want to be like red or something, you can change it all the time like that. The other thing, like you can also be offered for more colors. If you pick it, you want just have the more color, so that's totally fine, okay. And you can even add like for more color into your customer, whatever it could be. So that could be the way first. Normally we do it for the color, okay. And also we can use the border. So in case like you really want to have the border, you can choose for the color of the border, and let's create for the border color too. Okay, here I would just do it automatically. Okay, the only thing that will be like with me, even when I change for the color, like that way, it's not very color. Okay, it's not so effective with me because it doesn't matter what will be the colors of the column over here, right? So the only thing I care about will be like I want to just clarify. I want like different column, different bars chart over here. We have the different column, right? So this could be the time let's make the thing very strong. So for example, I want to see about the difference between the different representative into the column. Okay, and I drop it into column. You see like column now we have the representative. That means I order for like Tableau understand that I want to have the different color for the different column. Okay, so you can see also how the different representative have the different color here. You can also just make it a little bit more by changing to the format. I'm sorry about the panel something. Okay, and so also you can choose for the edit colors, and you can change for the different kind like Tableau color panel if whatever you want. For example, over here I want just put them into blue, and all of them will be like different 20 options for the palette. Okay, so if you do it that way, you can change it. All right, but anyway, like with me, I feel it not so comfortable when I just put all the representative with the different color like this way. So that's not a good idea. I'm thinking about another side. I'm thinking about another side. So thinking about like I will just put the reason into the color. Alright. So this will be my idea. I see like all the different people from different reasons, right? They'll now be separated in the different color. And that's make much more sense because I see like how they be totally separated by the geography's limitation, and that should be the point. So that should be the good way for me to use the color. Okay, so when we're already done with this one about adding color, let's talk about label and formatting. So we say about label first, okay? So label mean that's when you want to have some kinds of like information about exactly the number over here. For example, materials are like Alex here, right? 3109. So I don't want just like when I try to represent all the thing into my boss or my audience, right? I want all the thing has been represented up here. It's not like you have to just move your mouse and just sew it up over here. So how we can do it? Remember, we still have two things which you have not do with size and the label, okay? So we do with the first the label. I want to see about the label of the sum of revenue, right? So I do it like control, I keep control, and then I drop the sum revenue into the label. Okay, so if you do like that, you can have the label up over here. And yeah, it looks very good over here for it to just do like this one. If you want just change for the label, you can right click over here and you can do like format. Okay, so it's totally up to you, like what you want to do with one, and you can all like change all the time you want to do with this one. Okay, so whatever it could be. So for example, over here I want to change it for the number. Okay, the number formats over here is going to be look like is going to be automatically assigned, and this will be regular number. But however, if I want to change it into the currencies, and I want to custom it, so I don't want to see a decimal place, so maybe I reduce this one into 0. You can see it, right? That has been removed all. Also, I can display for the units instead of using like just a regular general. I can put them into the thousand. So we have the K. Oh, we say like 3K, right? 2K, and I increase for the decimal place because it look quite like boring and not so kind of specific. So that will be how I can change for the border. Moreover, in case like you want just add some for more information, right? You can click on label and you see like text dot 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 dot, and you can also change for the colors like the point, like the font points of the all the other kind of stuff you can do for alignment, whatever it would be. But the interesting here will be like you can add in for information. For example, if I say cell and dot, and if I apply, you can see like if I say okay, you can see like how this could be changed. Okay, this could be changed, and the tells like cell of each this one will be like this much. But however, it's not necessary, so you can also go back and change it whenever you want. Like just delete it out, and you click like okay, and this will be go back into normal. Okay, so that's how we can format and create a label for the chart and with the worksheet. And finally, in this video, I introduce you guys how we can export the worksheet into the other file. So even when in case like you feel it's totally comfortable about the worksheet, you can use this one. Oh, don't forget to change the name. Okay, so the sheet name you should change it. Like for example, this will be the revenues by center by reason and self-representative. Okay, you click OK. Alright, and you can change it into the center, bow it up. Okay, and you click OK. Alright, this will be how we can go and just do it. Remember that we can change it anytime you want. You can select them all and you bow it up. and you can just increase for the size of the text. Okay, and maybe in this case it's not as good. 15, maybe let's 16. Yeah, like place that's okay. All right, and this will be how it's gonna look like. Okay, but anyway, like if you already feel comfortable and satisfied with your dashboard, with your worksheet, and you want just export it, you want to copy this one, of course you cannot just go and copy it somewhere, but you will have to go into worksheet and you have to export it. So you want to export them like into the image, or you want to export them into the data, that's totally fine. Or you want to cross tab into tab Excel, you can create it like this way. Okay, but it's not like a good way. So I'm code over here, most of the case you would do export like image, and thus we ask you like you want just put them like what would be the kind of like elements of the chart you want to do, like you want to include the title, the view, the caption, and the color legend. Okay, the legend like this way. So if you put them like this, okay, you can go and save. Okay, and save it in somewhere in your computer. For example, I would just copy the right in the MS-13, and where's like in the download file, and this will be how it will look like. So this is free for you now to copy and whatever it will be. Or you can do it like you go and just like worksheet, you export it like data, and then you also change it into the different place. For example, over here I don't want to feel like the kind of like my legend to be in this side, because that's a lot of space. So I would gonna say like save. Okay, and if I do it and replay this one, okay, so I'm going to just have a new one, and now you can see like they have been changed. You can copy it and then paste this into somewhere like Word file. It's totally fine. Okay, so I can say like this, the chart one, and you can copy them, and it's going to be over here. Okay, so it's totally the same with what you wanted to do with, or you want to just copy it into the database, whatever it could be. So that totally is up to you. Okay, so that's in case like you want to export them into PNG file, but many of the students, they don't want to do that, and they just want to copy it directly, right? So in this case, go and copy it, and you can say like copy like image or the cross tab. I would prefer to copy the image, and I want this one, copy this one. Okay, and I go over here, maybe like after this we say this would be the chart 2, and then you paste this over here. So this will be totally the same way. Okay, totally up to you the way you want to just copy this one. And that's going to be my first presentation, my first demonstration about how you can use Tableau for data visualization. You try to exploit it with the other data file. That's going to be the US Superstore, right? Go and try it. In the next video, I'm going to just introduce you guys about more advanced data visualization tool on on Tableau, and how you can organize all the things into one dashboard. Thank you so much for your watching.